What's up, everybody? This is Mike Manzer with another Manzer Faust Productions video. And yesterday I uploaded the first part in my halfway to Black Friday sale haul when I went to Archive at Bridgeport, home of Vinegar Syndrome, and bought a bunch of Blu-rays, and here to talk to you about them. So yesterday I did the Vinegar Syndrome kind of proper, like the main label. Today I'm going to get into the sub-labels. So I got one Peekarama and I got 5 VSAs. This is probably going to be quite a bit shorter than yesterday. I'm going to try and zoom through it. But yeah, so let's get into it. First release I got is off the Peekarama label. If you don't know what Peekarama is, it's their label kind of dedicated to classic erotica titles, adult titles, and they recently started a Blu-ray sub-label based on that. It used to be a lot of the double feature DVDs that they would release would be under the Peekarama banner, but now they have their own kind of sub-label to it. There's been a few in the past that I've really enjoyed. I picked up Sex World, which is one of the best adult titles that Vinegar Syndrome has ever released. It's a lot deeper than a lot of these titles go into, and it has one of my favorite actresses, Kay Parker, involved in it. So, hell yeah to Sex World. And I really enjoyed Dracula Sucks, this Jamie Gillis as Dracula kind of thing. It was pretty goofy, but I had a good time with it. So, another 4K release from that label. Sub-label is Stiff Competition, and I've had my eye on this one for quite a while. Looks like a ton of fun. Probably can't show that cover on YouTube just to be safe. And Stiff Competition is basically like some zany kind of adult comedy, erotic comedy about how do I put this where YouTube doesn't, tear me apart? Because I had some stuff I talked about in the movies yesterday, and yeah, I'm just happy nobody's noticed any of that yet. And now that I've said something, some asshole probably will. But let's just say it's an oral exam, but not quite in the traditional sense. So, yeah, it's that kind of competition. It looks like a pretty fun movie. Like I said, that concept sounds utterly hilarious. They probably have a lot to go off, pun intended. So, yeah, Stiff Competition. Excited to jump into this. It should be pretty fun. So, getting into the VSAs, wanted to get a couple of back title VSAs from last year that I didn't get. I've heard a lot of good things about, or they're just in, subjects and genres and stuff that I'm interested in. So, first one up, Cynthia Rothrock in Sworn to Justice. Here's the back. Some of these are a little wonky, so I'll just end up taking them out. So excited about this. I love all their Cynthia Rothrock titles that they've been releasing. They have Undefeated coming at the end of the month. I believe that's on 4K. Really, really excited to check that one out. Don't know much about this one. I believe this is an American production. I don't remember. I don't think it's one of her Hong Kong films. But they've been doing a really good job with a lot of these. There's some really cool features. A lot of stuff, a couple of video trailers from back in the day, some archival interviews. You got a couple of recent interviews with Cynthia Rothrock and director Paul Mastic. And yeah, it just looks like a ton of fun, a lot of action, a lot of people getting kicked in the face. How can you go wrong with that? So yeah, Sworn to Justice. Okay, so this one, I think, dropped Black Friday 2022, and this is a subject matter I'm really interested in. I remember seeing a lot of these movies on early mystery Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes, you know, way after they premiered and stuff. I'd get them on like torrent sites or whatever. This before they're all on YouTube now. So, but I always like these really goofy, kind of low budget Mexican action wrestling hybrid kind of things. And of course, I am talking about Santo versus Dr. Death. Really excited to jump into this because every time I've ever seen a Santo film in the past, it's been on some crummy VHS release or like, that's pretty much it. I don't have any like Santo on DVD and stuff. It hasn't really been the most available stuff, but I guess like a lot of people are starting to dig it up. I believe there was some label, probably in the UK, that released a whole box set on Santo, so I'd like to look into that. But yeah, these are just fun, over-the-top action, wrestling kind of films. I believe they're made in Mexico. Some cool features, nothing too crazy. You got the Spanish language or English language dub. Film historian, there's a video essay by him, probably focused on Santo, so I definitely want to check that out, learn some more about this genre. Yeah, not much to say about this, but it looks like a real good time. Excited to finally get it in the collection. Santo. Next up, more like martial arts goodness. There's been a few of this guy's stuff I've gotten also through like VSAs and stuff. So wanted to check out Red Sun Rising with Don the Dragon Wilson. Cool cover art for sure. And again, not too familiar with a lot of this one. I guess he's in Tokyo. Yeah, not much I know about this one. So looks fun. Has some really good archival interviews. Couple of a lot of interviews actually. Most of this thing is cool interviews. So yeah, down with that. Yeah, not much more to say about this one. Really excited to dig into it. I love these Don the Dragon Wilson kind of crazy over the top kung fu films coming out of Japan. So yeah, boom. This is one that everybody's been like kind of raving about. It's kind of a strange title, and one I know I'm going to have a good time with. One of my other favorite VSAs from the past, which I think has been out of print for a while, is Champagne and Bullets, also known as Get Even and Road to Revenge. I adore that movie. It's absurd. It's stupid. It's like the most over-the-top vanity piece you could ever want. So I definitely recommend that one if you can find it. If you're at Archive and they got a copy hanging around, definitely pick that up because that's like one of my favorite VSA releases. Another good one I'd like to recommend is Death Feud. It's not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but like it's just, you know, good, kind of empty fun. That one stars Frank Stallone and Chris Mitchum, so it's like family members of famous people, but it's kind of nepotism, the movie, if you actually think about it. But I had a good time with it. So anyway, so this one, like I said, been after for a while. Looks utterly ridiculous. It's kind of like a James Bond knockoff, but they guess there's like a baboon running around in it. I don't know. I've heard so many cool things about it. And that's Unmasking the Idol. Really cool. Got so much stuff going on here. You got ninjas. You got some kind of like fucking warrior guy. You know, some Indiana Jones looking skull shit. Very cool. Like this cover as well. This is probably the original poster. So yeah, really excited to jump into this. Blah 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 blah. I don't know much about these titles, so but this looks like a good time. And yeah, Unmasking the Idol. And this last one, this is going to be real quick today. I'm happy about that. Won't take long to upload. This last one, I don't know much about. I just remember it went out of print, and I think some people said some decent stuff about it. I got it mixed up with another similarly titled VSA that I ended up picking up, and that was not going out of print, so that was kind of stupid. I wasn't a big fan of that one. But yeah, got Grave Secrets. When is this from? This is from 1989. Okay, so basically what I've gathered, the theme of VSA is a lot of stuff that was like straight to video, not a lot of theatrical releases, but they're all shot on film. Vinegar Syndrome doesn't really do SOV. That's more up to like the partner labels that they end up bringing on to do SOV and stuff. They mostly focus on film. That's what their lab is set up for. Everything like that. So, but these are all really good. So this one, like I said, I haven't checked out. It's kind of an obscure title. I've seen people talk about it. Kind of mixed. A lot of the more like lesser popular VSAs definitely have a lot of mixed feelings on them. The other one that I got this mixed up with that I picked up was The Grave, and I like what was going on in it. The kind of concept, it was an anthology, I believe, but the main wraparound story was kind of interesting. I don't know. I got bored of it really fast, but give this one a shot. See if it's any good. It's available during the sale, so how could I go wrong? And yeah, so there's been more released this year. I want to get Undeclared War, which is, I believe it's a Ringo Lam. I might be wrong though, but that one looks really cool. It has some Hong Kong actors in it, and kind of set pieces to it. There's a couple of others I can't think of off the top of my head, but yeah, VSA is doing really well. There's some more Peekaramas I want to pick up. Yeah, so that'll about do it. I'm gonna do a quick video today, and tomorrow I'll be back with the OCN partner labels. Got quite a few of stuff in there that I've been after, some Utopias. Really excited about quite a few of those. I got Saturn's Core. I don't have a lot of their stuff, so that's awesome. A couple of decantalogs. I've been trying to get slowly into decantalogs because they got a kind of an interesting kind of vibe to a lot of their films. A lot of like forgotten. A lot of them are either like Asian, like one of them I picked up was from Vietnam, or European. There's a couple of like Romanian, some German. I believe there's a couple of Spanish films recently released by them. So yeah, one of those to dig into. It kind of reminds me of like Deaf Crocodile in a way. So I'll get into more of that tomorrow. As usual for these videos, if you have any more recommendations, we got today. So you might not make it in on time, but if you got any more recommendations or thoughts on the movies I talked about today, put them down in the description. Put them down in the comments. I will have the Vinegar Syndrome site as usual down in the description, so you can go and pick up some of these titles. If you can get to archive today, severely recommend it if you have not done so yet. And yeah, I'm excited as usual about partner label coming up next week pretty much. So keep your eyes peeled on that. I got some stuff in June planned. I'll talk a little bit more about it tomorrow since it's my partner label video. And yeah, so if you want to find me on social media, my Instagram is the Hordes of Manzerfaust, and that'll about do it. So yeah, my name is Mike Manzer. This has been a Manzerfaust Productions video, and as usual, stay fucking metal.